are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Post-show yesterday, Sean Payton has retired / taking next year off officially. So that ends 15 straight seasons as head coach of the New Orleans Saints, where he went 152-89, 6 division titles. That's in 2009. He has all the records for wins and just all that stuff in franchise history. Really elevated the franchise after Katrina. So that's a big loss for them. Former Broncos head coach and current defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, the favorite to take over there, but obviously a lot of question marks starting with the quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see, what direction the Saints go in. And when you think about Sean Payton, and he had some kind of mediocre years, but I mean, definitely one of the best coaches we've seen in the past 30 years.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
He's Mike and I were talking about this earlier. He's definitely a legend. I mean, with the Saints, the whole thing with the Super Bowl 09, him and Breeze had a hell of a run together. Breeze obviously retires last year, so now, dude, the Saints are going to be in a tough spot without him. I mean, they were in the playoffs every year.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like since 09, since when they won, from there they were just always a force to be reckoned with.
Oh,
they got close. I wish Breeze got I wish he had another one. I wish he at least had 2.
It was 2018 that pass interference call against the Rams. That's what.
Remember we were watching that?
Yeah.
We were like, what the fuck? Everybody was like, what the fuck?
I really wanted to see Breeze get one more.
I know.
He was such a great quarterback. So
and then of course they got the Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah.
Dropped on there.
Yeah.
On the head top.
Yeah.
In Minnesota. That was 2019.
Yeah.
Right?
Back-to-back
years.
Yep.
Of getting effed.
Yeah, it's tough.
First year, the Rams no call PI.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible. And then Minneapolis Miracle.
And then not this season, but the season before, they run into Brady and the Bucks. And you look at it since that Super Bowl, he started out 4-1 in the playoffs. After that, they go 5-7. So it was just tough matchups, but obviously at the end of the day, that's a good body of work. That's consistency. Worst record he had was 7-9 4 times. I mean, if you're coaching somewhere 15 years, I mean, that's really, really not too bad.
If this ends up being Rodgers last year in Green Bay, this is like a similar sort of thing. I feel like with even Peyton, the comparison between him and Rodgers in the sense that was there for a while, did a lot of legendary things. Only one ring though to show the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more. And you think about Sean Payton here, a lot of ties to Dallas. He was on Bill Parcells' staff there from 03 to 05 as the assistant head coach and quarterback coach. It seems like, and Jerry Jones is always a wild card, but that he's going to just give McCarthy, who's on very, very thin ice, one more year. So do you guys think that this is all just to wait for that job to open up?
I think so. I definitely think so. Because Peyton's not done. He's young.
He's 58.
Great coach.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, and then there's talk, obviously, he's got a home in Dallas. He's already set up there. And then what he does with quarterbacks, he obviously so well with Breeze. They're thinking he can turn Dak around. So that's the whole narrative with that. And, dude, it makes sense. It makes sense. And Jerry, I feel like it's just watering at the mouth. Right now, but just won't.
Do you think, though, he would finally take his foot off the gas a little bit if Peyton's the head coach?
I don't think he can help himself, dude.
Yeah.
I think he would at first, but then I think inevitably he would just
Yeah.
Same old shit with him.
Yeah.
He's too much.
But the thing is, it's waiting a year for a job. I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen in that year. So just a lot of question marks. I think he's going to probably go to Fox Sports, if I had to guess, as an analyst during that year off as well.
It's so funny because a lot of people are like, I don't even know what he sounds like.
Yeah. I heard the press conference yesterday.
He'll be good. I think he'll be really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think he will.
On TV. He'll fit in with those guys just fine.
But it's just like with Dallas, like, you're saying, oh, go there in year 2. Like, I think a big thing that's going to be different is I think this coming year is a huge year for Zeke. If he has kind of a ho-hum year, I think they're going to, as long as he's healthy, just go to Tony Pollard. And then you got Michael Gallup is going to be a free agent. I think they have some cap problems. And then you see Jerry Jones calling out Amari Cooper for his contract and that he's not getting open enough. Basically, he should be streaking down the field.
Obviously, Amari had something to say about being involved in the offense.
Yeah.
So it must be Jerry's rebuttal.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? It's just he's just admitting that he wishes he didn't give him a $100 million contract. Yeah. Waited for Gallup to re-sign him. He's coming off the injury. He'll be discounted. And then CeeDee Lamb is a star. And then Wilson is not. Cedric Wilson is actually pretty good. Their third receiver. So a lot of question marks there. But you think he sticks it out with McCarthy?
Yeah. Yeah. One more. And then that'll be it. Because he's going into what? Fourth year?
Third year. 6-10 last year. Obviously this year, I think
not getting
13-4, 12-5.
Yeah. First round exit again, though, per usual.
Yeah.
For Dallas.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it looks like Dan Quinn's going to get a head coaching job. Maybe the Bears, actually.
Dude, I think that would be a great move. Any Dan Quinn and or
Kellen Moore.
No.
Or are you thinking of Flores? Yeah.
I think the Giants should have held out for Flores. It looks like they're going to go with what's
Dable
from Buffalo.
Yeah, Brian Dable,
the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So I mean, Flores is a great coach. I still can't believe the Dolphins fired him.
Yeah, and it's like who's gonna?
Why would they do that? Like, look what he did.
I can't think of who they're gonna bring in though. That's the thing, and that's not really a popular job with Tua.
I can see it.
Lefty quarterbacks reunite.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So like I can't believe too that we're this far into the coaching cycle and no one's been hired yet. We've had a couple of general manager vacancies filled.
Yeah, Giants being one of them.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
The Giants?
Yeah,
I think
Earl.
Oh man. Let me just see.
Erline, some sort of weird last name, but he also comes from Buffalo, dude.
Right. Joe Schoen. So that's why I think as good as Flores is, and he might even be better than Dable. Dable has a great resume with Nick Saban, Bill Belichick. I just think you guys who have worked together before.
That little clan.
Yeah. But guys that have worked together before, just have them work together again. Have guys that want to be around each other. Yeah, Flores, I can see there being tension a year into the thing. Because he's, you got to have he has to have the right guy general manager. So I think, though, with Dable, with Schoen, finally, I don't like to give them credit many times, but I do think they're finally kind of getting it right, the Giants. I mean, it's just the big thing is what player moves are going to happen this offseason. And I think they're set on seeing if they can fix Daniel Jones.
They made a great GM hire for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody really you would think that if they're going to come from Buffalo is going to bring success.
Right.
How can they not? Look at what Buffalo's done the last few years.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, and they've turned the whole franchise around.
And
they're perennial playoff team. They're with the Chiefs.
And I've heard throughout sports radio, a lot of people are saying, well, I mean, is it really just Josh Allen? But it's like, you can make that argument for anybody. And you're telling me, like, with the success and the transformation that he has with Josh Allen, if Daniel Jones is any good at all, that he won't have any impact on him? I mean, he definitely will.
No, I think
it's without question.
I think Daniel Jones definitely has talent. I mean, talent, and I think he could throw the ball too. Obviously, he's mobile, he's fast. So no, I agree with you, dude. Let's see what he can do, and you might be able to rectify down times.
Yeah. I would be shocked though. I really would be if he ends up being good.
So would I.
Yeah.
So would I. I don't see it happening.
Like I think Sam Darnold has a better chance of turning it around.
Dude,
it's a stretch, I know, but just kind of my opinion there. But hey.
No, I mean I can see that too. I wouldn't be shocked at that, but I would be shocked if we see something out of Daniel Jones that we haven't seen yet. It just seems like this is who he is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, middle of the road, if that.
Exactly.
And just a lot of physical attributes, but just can't seem to find success in
and stay healthy
football.
and all that. So a lot of excitement coming up with the NFL between the offseason, the draft, the playoffs.
I was just had that thought like 2 seconds ago. I was like, this is gonna be exciting offseason.
Yeah,
Draft
huge for
coming
the
up.
Jets.
We'll see what they do with that 10th pick. I'm very curious.
Yeah, I mean,
what do they trade that for?
Yeah,
You know what
I think they're gonna.
Any
I think
thoughts?
just take a receiver and take a pass rusher, honestly, and go offensive line in the middle rounds.
Who do you want first, the pass rusher or the receiver?
Probably the receiver.
So-
Have your pick of the litter. You know what I mean? Dude. And actually, but also though, you could take Williams from Alabama with the second pick because he's coming off the ACL.
Yeah.
That guy looks special.
Yeah.
And I just would love to have a big physical receiver, and then with
Absolutely.
more streaky down the sidelines, and then
Absolutely.
maybe Berrios
They were-
still being back.
Who are they talking about? They should bring Barrios back, but they were talking about another receiver at number 10, who they were comparing it to like somebody that they could sign like in free agency. I forget who it was, but it just seemed like a waste of a receiver
Okay.
pick, kind of.
Yeah,
You know who I'm talking about?
No, I wonder if they have anything. Let's see.
It was in it was on the mock draft 2.0.
Oh, wait. So
Oh,
it was a drafted receiver.
Yeah.
Because I know
Came from
there's
McShay's mock draft.
a guy from Ohio
Or
State.
Kuiper.
There's two guys actually. So let's see. So NFL position rankings, college. This is Pro Football Focus. So they have Garrett Wilson, Ohio State, Jameson Williams, Alabama, who I mentioned, Drake London, USC.
Yes.
Mhm.
That is who I was talking about.
And this board has him going as 23rd overall prospect. So that, obviously seems like a little bit of a reach, but actually Garrett Wilson, Ohio State is 8, Williams is 14. So one of those guys might be in play.
Ohio State too, generally good in the
And
good
and
receivers
from
in the NFL.
and Jameson Williams was at Ohio State and then transferred to Alabama too.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, that's a good pedigree there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Drake London, 23rd prospect, but 6'5". So
I know he's huge.
I like a Plaxico type target in the end zone.
dude.
So, and then Olave from Ohio State. Mark is very big on him. So a lot to be determined. I can't wait. Obviously, we'll track it all. But for now, let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
And
Yeah,
finally,
dude.
we have some correlation there as the Lakers do win the game.
Yeah, it really hasn't been that much this year, huh?
No, 106-96 in AD's return. LeBron all over the court again, 33 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. And my guy, Malik Monk, 22 points, 6 of 12 from three-point range. He's been on fire. He's arguably been their second best player with Davis out, who did return last night. Quiet night, though, 8 points in 25 minutes, missing the previous 17 games, which they went 7 and 10.
First game since December 17th. Dude.
Yeah.
A minute.
So I think honestly, listen, would we like to see him score more? Yes, but at the same time, it's like just the fact he was able to get through the game, get his feet wet. You know what
field.
Yeah, you know what type
terrible.
of guy he's gonna be fine. He just needs to kind of get reacclimated. So I think it's a nice win.
December 17th. That's what, like a month and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I just can't, because like I said, I'm big on Monk. We obviously know AD and LeBron. I just can't wait for them to make some other trades. Like that's just gonna really.
Dude, gotta get rid of Westbrook.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of Westbrook.
And speaking of trades, so last night, James Harden, 33-point triple-double. Rest of the team only 63 points.
Mhm.
Now there's a lot of chatter. I don't know if you guys have heard
Crazy,
about this,
isn't it?
that he wants to be out already because he's
It's
sick
crazy.
of Kyrie. He doesn't like living in Brooklyn.
Right. Dude, it's crazy. I think he wanted to go to Philly all along.
Mm-hmm.
I think from Houston he wanted to go to Philly, but then that's they just offered a better deal, and what happened. He winds up in Brooklyn, but it seems like he's gonna be out, dude. He's never really content. Seems like he's very easily tight,
Egotistical.
Yeah,
He needs to be the center of the show.
It's crazy, dude. I think he will wind up in Philly. It's going to be interesting to see with the whole Ben Simmons thing, because Daryl Morey keeps saying about not trading him
This season.
right?
Yeah.
Holding on to him, seeing what they can get then, and then just keeping tabs on the Harden situation. But I definitely think Harden's out, dude.
Yeah. But do you think they wait till the offseason for that?
Yeah,
Because with Durant out, Kyrie missing all these games,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
crazy.
have no one left.
The Nets, man.
That's why I said never winning a championship with this core. You heard it here first a while ago. I think it stays true, and I think the Simmons-Harden deal just makes too much sense. I mean, I think it's
so
just
too.
destiny
Just do
that
it
it happens. Do you see it happening, Michael? At some
If
point,
they want to do it, they should just do it. I mean,
yeah. You know what it is though? The
Sorry.
Nets are nervous because
Yeah.
they do that. They have no one to score the basketball while Durant's out.
I know.
Just Kyrie when he plays once a week,
Yeah.
But I think Philly would be automatic Eastern Conference favorite and right up there for NBA title
Dude,
favorite.
imagine those two together.
I really would love to see that. I wonder though if there's any animosity between Harden and Daryl Morey
It doesn't seem
from the
like
time
it.
in Houston.
I don't know. You know what?
I think he realized the grass wasn't greener.
Yeah.
I think there's mutual respect, and I think that Harden
It's all
would
about a
love to go
championship.
play in Philly and play with Embiid. And,
Yeah.
and that's it, dude. I think that's where he wants to be.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen.
It's just
Just
crazy to think about, a couple years ago when they announced that Durant and Kyrie come to the Nets, that they would kind of find themselves in this situation of uncertainty. I mean, no one really ever saw it coming. Obviously KD needing that whole year to rehab, Kyrie with the injuries last year and then not being able to play all the games this year. They go out and get Harden.
Mhm.
He hasn't been the same now that he's by himself. He is. I mean, it's just really a complete dumpster fire. For a team that was expected to just cruise through the regular season. So that's definitely a situation to monitor for sure. And, like I was saying with the Lakers, I just can't wait to see how this roster is reshaped and if they could, like you said, finally be able to unload Westbrook while he's kind of playing better. It's
You really
just
see that John Wall deal.
it's just John. I would love to see it. I think John Wall
They want mad
so
picks,
motivated.
Rockets.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He'll be playing with LeBron, Anthony Davis.
Yeah. And it's like they want mad picks, give them mad picks because it's just like you're the Lakers. Like, what are you going to rebuild for 10 years after LeBron retires? Like, I don't think so.
That's where they're headed, bro, because everybody's old as fuck on that team.
Yeah. I mean, it's just obviously a matter of AD, staying healthy,
Yeah.
which he hasn't been able to do. So
They got to make trades though, man. They got to get younger.
situation to monitor. And hopefully, at 24 and 24, kind of a reset in the season for them once again. What are they going to do from this point moving forward? It's definitely something to monitor. What a game we had last night between the Clippers and the Wizards as the Clippers down 35 points in the second quarter, 30 points at halftime. They're down in the final seconds of the game. Luke Kennard, the former Blue Devil, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 points in the final 9 seconds, including an and 1 3-pointer. This was their third rally by 24-plus points this month. And a little-known second-year player, Amir Coffey, had 29 points.
You want a coffee? Cup of coffee?
For the Clippers. And it's funny, yesterday's show, Tony had the Clippers. I was kind of making fun of him, like, dude, why are you always picking the Clippers? And they're down that much. They come back. Kind of weird though.
The line was 50-1 at one point when they were down.
To live bet them.
Yeah. Live bet them.
It
was like the largest margin ever.
Yeah.
Within a game.
Yeah. I mean,
insane,
that's crazy.
50-1 mid game.
Yeah. Absolutely insane.
Imagine if you hammered that though.
Oh my God.
There's got to be a lot of people that did.
Especially the degenerates out there.
I wonder if Solo Locks made a play on it.
Yeah, he probably did. Michael, do you make anything out of this? Third rally by 24-plus points this month, like with the Clippers.
35-point comeback.
I mean, are you
Luke
impressed?
Kennard, game winning. Yes, I'm impressed, Brian. You're not. They're playing better than the Lakers.
But
If they had Paul George and Kawhi right now, it'd be tough. But I think this has been good for them. Listen, I know I've been watching this team. I'm like, dang, they matured a lot. All these guys. You don't see Morris getting in technicals anymore, leading the league in technical fouls. Reggie Jackson's coming to his own, kind of like a Drew Holiday over there, right? I mean, I didn't expect this from him.
No.
And then the whole team, everyone around them is just buying into these, like their chance, I guess you could say, to playing. You know what I mean? With those guys out, and capitalizing. Oh
Shit, my shit was muted.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was something with my headset.
But no, I'm saying, could you hear me though?
I can hear you.
All right, yeah, they probably heard me from that.
Yeah.
Whatever, you heard me. That's
Yes.
yeah, that's all I care about.
George, how much longer is he going to be out?
He might get surgery.
He might be out for the year.
In the year, yeah.
Wow.
And then there's no way Kawhi, the way he is, that he comes back.
No.
Even if the team's doing
Did
good.
you see Kawhi, that picture of them at the Rams game?
Yeah.
And Kawhi's just in that.
Who's he with? Just his group?
Paul George.
Or he was
Paul
with George.
and
Oh, right.
LA athletes, Mookie Betts, other guys.
Dude, speaking of that game, yesterday, I don't know if you were you watching when we were talking about Al Michaels?
No, dude. But dude, I can only let's hear it.
So basically, he made the call
Yeah.
yesterday at that game, on the game-winning field goal, and he just sounds so tight and unenthused. And he's like, "The Rams by the skin of their teeth." And we're all saying that he wagered heavily on the game and lost, and that's why he was tight.
No,
That's what they were talking about
dude.
all on New York sports radio. Yeah, that was like one of his worst calls.
Wow.
I mean, I kind of get it, but I was saying, being that this is last year with NBC,
Yeah.
he's going to do Thursday Night
Rico's
Football. He's
coming
not
in.
going to call a Super Bowl again. I
Well,
think
he-
he wanted to have him in the Super Bowl this year. I think
if
that's
he-
what it was.
Probably if he goes to ABC, who knows? Because
Yeah.
they're in the Super Bowl rotation now. And there's talk that he might go there, like ESPN maybe.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
I think though,
That'd be crazy.
I think it's because I think he wants to kind of wind down, but not retire yet,
Right.
and that's why the Amazon
lesser-
Prime Thursday Night Football just makes sense.
Yeah, maybe him and Troy Aikman.
That would
Saying
be
they're trying to poach Aikman.
wow.
Amazon.
I mean, these guys are in positions for so long, with like the NFL today guys, like Boomer and Phil Simms, sometimes you need like some new life in there,
Of course.
guys like, Howie Long and, on the Fox pregame and stuff, and just Buck on his high horse is just insane. Like,
Yeah, he's something.
yeah,
Something else, dude.
yeah.
It's, you know what though? It's so crazy. He's all over the place, dude. Like he'll do a World Series, like if it's October, a World Series game on Thursday, and then Sunday he's on
Yeah.
the Eagles and Cowboys game.
And it's funny, you think of him now, especially like the modern fan, as an NFL guy, but really his roots are in baseball.
I know,
But he doesn't
I
do as
think-
much baseball
I
anymore.
think of it mostly for baseball with the Yankees.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
right.
That's cheap.
So I just thought that was pretty funny.
Game.
And then just one other thing from this game, the Wizards have been a mess. They started out 10-3, 13-22 since. Bradley Beal calls out the team after the game. He had 23, 9-6. It seems like he's looking to be traded. He says, we have to figure out what type of team we are. Kind of, just alluding to the fact that a result like this is unacceptable with a big lead like that. Michael, do you see him getting moved before the deadline?
No.
Off season though.
Yeah. These teams, I don't know why they're not doing. We'll see. I can never predict with the NBA.
But it seems like he's so sought after that it's a huge package to get him.
The biggest one out.
And maybe wouldn't be a bad idea as a fallback if Harden's not going to go to Philly. Beal?
He'd be way better.
Yeah, or it would just make sense to begin with. I would imagine you'd have to part with Tobias Harris,
Yeah.
They're gonna
Simmons,
trade him
and some
anyway.
Maxey, a bunch of guys. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. But that being said, on to tonight. We got a decent slate out there. So let's make some lock of the night picks here. And I will start with you, Matthew. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Take a
9,
look at the old big
10,
board here.
11 games tonight.
Wow.
So look, a bunch of good matchups. What are you thinking for the first of two here?
All right, so we're picking two. Obviously, dude, I'm going with Bulls Raptors. As you know, I'm a huge Bulls fan, dude. 29-17 on the year. We're crushing it. We're absolutely crushing it. Raptors.
Never talked about Grayson Allen.
Dude,
Oh, no,
I
no,
actually
Raptors
like.
is.
I just heard like a big technical foul, but what's
Suspended one game.
Well,
for
dude,
breaking
he's
the wrist.
he's known for
Oh yeah, Duke, the
He's
tripping.
he's dirty.
Yeah,
He's a dirty
yeah,
player.
he
It
is.
was a dirty play.
So maybe suspended for a little more than one game there. This is actually just back to this Bulls Raptors game. This is a makeup from December 22nd.
Oh,
This
okay,
is during
yeah.
that time when COVID ravaged the
Right.
Bulls, dude, and like
Right.
basically like a lot of the NBA. So Dude, the Bulls are stacked. We know DeMar DeRozan doing his thing, shooting. He should be the MVP. I mean, shooting the best percentage from mid range. Bulls as a team, best from 3-point land. Dealing with a few injuries, guys missing some players here. Lonzo, obviously, Caruso. But dude, and the Raptors, have had a good season themselves. Fred VanVleet has really come on. But obviously rolling with the Bulls. Tonight I got the red and black, black sweats for the folks at home. Bulls red hoodie, ready to go. Bulls 110, Raptors 95.
All right, so the Bulls covering there in the under. Love the pick. I think they're just in a different class. And DeRozan sat out last game, expected to be back tonight in Chicago. So I think that's a good one. At 7:30, Michael, we have the Knicks at the Heat. Knicks getting 6 here against Miami. Do they have a puncher's shot?
No, that's why I'm wearing red. Miami with the win. RJ Reddish, big games. Julius, 2 points, 1 for 15.
Oh, man.
Doesn't see the media because of back spasms
Yeah.
and tears from the eye sockets as he cries, knowing Zion is lurking in Oregon, waiting his return to his kingdom.
Oregon. Does Thibs maybe break his hand punching a whiteboard?
Curses out Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler almost tosses him.
Wow.
Because he puts his hand on him, so it's
wow.
It's like Latrell Sprewell when he choked out
PJ Carlissimo. Yes.
You see that.
Yeah, so I mean, I have to agree with you there. The Heat are actually number 1 seed in the East all of a sudden, which is kind of crazy to think about.
And the Bulls too. We've been struggling, bro, a little bit.
Yeah,
it's 3-7 in the last 10. But again, guys been injured, guys been out, no excuse. But sorry, not to jump back there, but I'm just looking.
I like them in the rebound spot. I've been a believer in them all season, and they're just going to keep getting better once guys come back.
Yeah, so he's going to step up with the team back tonight.
Vucevic had a great game last game as well.
He's day to day too with that the knee.
Yeah,
but
you hope that he gets out there. A great game actually at 7 o'clock. I'm going to go here. Bucks traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cavs, who I mentioned yesterday, first time they are 10 games over 500 since LeBron was there in 2018. What did you say?
Brandon Ingram to the Cavs apparently
for marketing.
Shit.
I don't know, they're trying to make a move before the trade deadline.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good for Cleveland if they pull that off.
Yeah,
they give up obviously, but
good. And then that's
a good
more
core
Zion, more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that means
that would be
New Orleans is empty.
Full rebuild. Yeah,
oh, dude.
Yeah.
That would be a confirmed Zion's leaving eventually.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Soon. If Ingram goes, that's all they have.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to this game, Bucks 4.5-point road favorites here. We got a total of 217. Love the Cavs all season. Love what they're doing, and like you said, they're looking to even improve the team even more. But I still think Bucks at this point are the better team. And despite being on the road, give me the Bucks here, 120 to 115 as they sneak in there with a cover on their spread. It goes over, and I think Giannis, has one of his big games, 35, 15, and 7 as the Bucks take this one. Matthew, what do you got for number 2? Dose?
Let me see. We'll pull up the big board. Dude, I'm looking at the Hornets and Pacers, bro. I like the Hornets, dude. I like LaMelo,
Bridges,
and Rozier. Bridges, our boy from Boston there, Gordon Hayward. Pacers, disappointment this season. Obviously it's cool having. It's good for them. They have some guys, but I just feel like they're looking to probably unload at the deadline as well, dude, because they, they've underperformed and it's just time, dude. They have Malcolm Brogdon, nice talent there. Obviously Sabonis, and can't forget Lance Stevenson, dude, in the end ones. So Hornets all day. LaMelo gonna go off. Him and Rozier lead the way. Triple double for LaMelo, 20, 10, and 10. And it's going to go 118 to 84.
Yeah, I like it. Really like what the Hornets are doing. I think they have a bright future. for sure between Melo and Bridges, and then mixing, Rozier and Hayward in there. For my pick number 2, I'm going to go with a team, believe it or not, they're 30 games under 500. They're hosting the Clippers tonight. And I just think off that big win, your typical letdown spot, and the fact that the Magic are 3-17 at home, like I said, 30 games under 500, the talent is there. I think this is Jalen Suggs' 4th game back since he missed that extended period of time with injury. I love what he does. I love what Cole Anthony does. Nice. As well as Mo Bamba has taken some step forwards this year. And they are coming off a win over Chicago in their last game after dropping the previous 4. So like I said, I just think this is a spot. And I know a lot's made of, 3 24-point comebacks for the Clippers, but I think that speaks to flaws within the team. Clearly, there's something wrong if you're getting down 24 points, 30 points, 35 points. So I think they overlooked the Magic here. I think the Magic also just have more talent on the floor despite that record. So give me the Magic 97 and the Clippers 89 as we get an under and we get the Magic covering that +1. Michael, go back to the well for one more?
I'll go Brooklyn over Denver. Harden 45 triple-double.
And this is in Brooklyn?
Back-to-back triple-doubles?
Yeah.
It's a home game? Okay, so no Kyrie.
It says trade me now. The presser.
Make up from December 19th. Yeah, I like that one. Bounce back spot because they have been able to win when just Harden is there, but I guess he's just over it. And then one that we didn't pick here should be a good one. Suns Jazz. Jazz are hosting the Suns, so that one 10 o'clock on ESPN. So Booker last time out had a big game against Utah, and the Suns did prevail 115-109 last time. So it'll just be interesting to see revenge spot possibly. Suns dealing with some injuries as well to McGee and Ayton. It looks like Crowder and Nadir and Payne also are dealing with some stuff. So they might be a little shorthanded there, but something to keep an eye out for. 37-9, best record in the league. Just signed GM James Jones to an extension. He's done a great job since coming over. And our breaking news is in, Michael.
This just in: the White House officially withdraws COVID-19 vaccine rule. I'm not even joking.
So that means Kyrie's playing tonight?
Yeah, I guess.
the depth of their roster is unbelievable.
It is. Ryder was on that. One on Michael K show yet. I'm gonna have to.
In they come. Edmonds, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal!
Okay, so for the folks at home, we were in Miami, New Year's 2016. Me and a couple of my buddies, Goose, Joe, big Rangers fan. So Rangers were doing really well that year, and this is New Year's Eve. So the night before New Year's Eve, Rangers were in Tampa. They played the Lightning, and so then the next day was New Year's Eve. They had no game. They were off. Obviously, they were in the state of Florida, the great state of Florida. Took a trip on over to Miami side, right? New Year's Eve, big party in Miami. So we found ourselves at the Fountain Blue, bought tickets for, I think it was like Kygo in the weekend, actually. And dude, I'm in line to get a drink or something. And Goose went over to the other side of the the area where we were. Mm-hmm. And dude, he texted me, bro, or he called me. He goes, "Yo, the whole Rangers team is over here. Get over here now."
Yeah.
So I ran over there, jumped out of line. I had like some water, like something in my hand, drink in my hand. And dude, long and behold, go over. They're all there, dude. We're fucking like right here, dude. As far like where Renee's sitting, there's like Kreider's right there, right here. Where it's crazy. So dude, I go up to Lundqvist. I'm like, "Yo, King, like, hey, Happy New Year's." Dude, also nicest guys. And we were the only people who knew who they were.
Right.
Because Florida, as hockey as it is, little like, this is a team from
New York.
Out of town, New York. So, dude, I'm talking to him, bro, and I'm like, we're face to face now, like this. And dude, the drink fell out of my hand, bro, and I spilled it all over his shoes. The goalie for the New York Rangers, like the king of New York. Dude. And I looked at him, I was like, "Oh shit, my bad, dude. I'm sorry. I waved it. I'm like, "I need a towel. Over here."
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, but he was like, "Oh, no big deal. Don't even worry about it." I can't do his accent. He's like, I forget.
Right.
Sweden.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude,
that's
great
so
guy.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, a legendary time in legendary memory for that. I'm always grateful for.
And listen, you would know better than me, but just from what I've, my research done on this roster and, comparing it to that roster, I feel like, honestly, this roster has so much more potential.
Yeah.
And the fact that roster was latent with guys that were older, like Lundqvist, like Marty St. Louis. And this roster is more of younger, upcoming guys, early or late 20s to early 30s. Kreider, the big veteran, and some other guys they've added like Reeves and Zibanejad has been so big. And it's just like Adam Fox. He was the one who won in the shootout the other night. I mean, I think they're just primed for the future. Dude. Yeah, unbeliable with Adam Fox.
Like that extension they gave him.
Yeah. So that was a great extension. So looking at last night, we had 2 overtime games. And how about, hockey? There's been a lot of talk that favorites have dominated. 8 games yesterday. All of the favorites won. 2 of them did go to OT. And we had a 4-3 game between the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. Sebastian Aho winning it in overtime with a goal. And that's 2 teams, both of them, as much as, obviously I'm expecting the Rangers to be in the finals, the Carolina, I mean, they're 28-9-2. They're expected to contend. And then Vegas, they're going to get Eichel at some point, 25-15-3. So two heavyweights. This one goes down to the wire.
How sick the Stanley Cup and
Oh.
Rangers, Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. New York, Vegas, the markets, forget it.
I really hope we get that. And I was just impressed too, the back and forth of this game. Carolina scoring twice with looks like Niederreiter and Trocheck. So they were up 2-0. No goals in the first, 2 in the second. We get Patrick for Vegas answering back with 1 in the second as well. And then Aho, his first of 2 goals on a power play to make it 3-1. But then he was answered by Howden and Haig. And then, of course, 3:49 into OT. Aho seals the deal here and beats Vegas. So that was a really good game. And how about the Oilers starting up a little winning streak here after dropping 8 or 9 in a row? They were down 2-0 to the Canucks through 2 periods. They scored 2 in the second to force OT. And then Connor McDavid, who's been struggling, a little maligned along with Draisaitl for the team's poor performance, he gets the game winner in overtime. Also in the third, they had McLeod and Draisaitl scoring as well. McDavid on the assist there. So this type of game, I think when Edmonton is rolling, they beat Vancouver 6-2. I mean, they really had to fight for this one, but I think at the end of the day, it's the NHL. You don't get points for style. You'll take the win. Now they're 4 games over 500. And I think you just keep building on here. And we've been talking about it all along. And, I heard last night too, Evander Kane is in play for the Oilers. I had mentioned that to Tony. So it'll be interesting to see if they do anything to improve the team. It's going to be a very fun rest of the season, as we're past the halfway point now. But let's take a look at tonight. A little bit of a smaller slate. We got 5 games, but enough games for us to go with 2 picks. I'm going to just mix it up here and go first. And just taking a look at this slate here, I'm going to have to say I'm going to go actually with the Chicago Blackhawks. So this is the first game of a TNT doubleheader. The Bruins at Avalanche at 10. This one tipping off at 7:30. So you'll see Gretzky all over the pregame there. But give me the Blackhawks on the road. I think they're plus 105, so you get a little action for your money there. And I think Patrick Kane, a guy, who's been great and, was part of their Stanley Cup winning teams, struggles as far as scoring goals this year. I think he's due to have a 2-goal game, get into double digits, and the Blackhawks in a tight one, 3-2 here over Detroit. And they cover as road underdogs, and we get an under game here. So that's going to be my pick number 1. What are you thinking, Matthew?
Dude, Bruins Avalanche TNT game tonight, 10 o'clock. Great game. I mean, Bruins 24-13-2, Avalanche 29-8-3. So 2, teams that are clicking here at this point in the season, and probably 2 contenders in the Eastern Conference. So good game. Hate Boston. Going with the Avalanche, dude. 5-2.
Yeah.
And I believe, what's the over under
6. So that's perfect.
That'll hit the over.
The old over.
Avalanche in the over.
So for my pick number 2 here, while I have been impressed after a lot of struggles for Anaheim, they have turned it around the past few games. They've won against Tampa and Boston, obviously quality opponents. But I got to go with a team with one of the best records in the league, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and coming in here, heavy favorites at home, minus 290. And I just think the combination of Matthews, what Morgan Riley does on the defensive end. Campbell obviously has been a stalwart in goal this year. So provided he gets the start, I just think they'll have no problem with Troy Terry and the Ducks. Expect a lot of offense in this one. Give me the Maple Leafs 6 and the Ducks 3 as Toronto gets his 26th win of the season.
Love it.
What do you got for Dose?
Dose, dude. Let's go back to the big board. Dude, I'm looking at the Sharks. Did you go Sharks Capitals?
No.
I'm going Sharks Capitals, dude. I mean, this is gonna be a hell of a game. 21-19-2 are the Sharks. Capitals 23-11-9. Expecting Washington, Ovechkin to come out hot, dude. 4-1 Caps tonight, and over under Barnes.
5.5, so that's an under. Just by the skin of the teeth, that Gal Michaels would say.
Washington under.
And Washington, I think, has lost 7 out of 10. But I think, like you're saying, it's time to turn it around. You know, I think Ovechkin is obviously tight. So I definitely like that pick. And then just to wrap this up, I mean, there's only one other game here between Calgary and the Blue Jackets. You know, Calgary, you know, with that onslaught against the Blues, their last time out 7-1. Blue Jackets struggling of late. But I think, honestly, law of averages here. Blue Jackets are due. I think the Calgary riding high. And I just think this is a possible overlooked spot. Boone Jenner for Columbus. I expect him to have a goal and an assist as Columbus squeaks one out 3-2 as we hit on an under there. And the Blue Jackets, you know, probably about plus 130 on the money line here. So good value play there as well. And that's what we got for the NHL. And one other thing, you know, one of my favorite topics here, the Pga Tour. So CBS and their golf coverage gets started. And, you know, they'll have the action over the weekend. And, you know, obviously ESPN Plus can get you through the next 2 days. And kind of odd starting a tournament on a Wednesday. Yes. Wow. So, you know, they have coverage, they have featured groups, all of that. In this one, Farmers Insurance Open, sunny San Diego, or also known as La Jolla, but same thing.
Love it.
Torrey Pines, the South and North course. So all the golfers will play one round on each. Obviously, the South, you know, is the premier course, the more challenging course. So you expect to put up a big number on the North. You know, if you want to make the cut here. You look at who's in the field. So obviously you got Patrick Reed, who won last year, and he has never followed up on a title defense at any PGA Tour event. So it'll be interesting to see if he could go back to back. And then you look at the other guys. I mean, your usual suspects. You got John Rahm, you got Hideki Matsuyama, you know, the win a couple tournaments ago over at the American Express. The Xander Schauffele, you know, who's played this course well before, Justin Thomas, Tony Finau, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, who hasn't played a tournament in a couple months, and then a couple sleepers here. We got Cam Davis and Ricky Fowler. Davis, you know, had a good showing in Hawaii. I think he made a top 10. Ricky Fowler is a guy I really have my eye out for here. I just think he's due, and he just needs it to get over the hump and finally add a major championship to his repertoire. Been a while since he's won. So that's a guy, you know, if you know out there, you know, if you're going, you could go top 20 for wagers. That might not be a bad one. I'm sure his odds are pretty good. I like that. But looking at who I'm going to take here as a winner, a guy who is always in the conversation, but hasn't really won too much over the past couple of years, despite being such a good golfer. Give me Xander Schauffele here to win this tournament. I think it's going to be tight. I think John Rahm and Justin Thomas will be right behind him. Expect a push, of course, from Tony Finau. And I think Dustin Johnson, a little rusty, so he could possibly miss the cut. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw that as well. But I am going to go with Xander Schauffele here to win the Farmers Insurance Open. And it really is a shame, too, that Tiger isn't in this tournament. I mean, Torrey Pines, always one of his favorite courses. And I think it was in 2005, they had the U.S. Open there. He beat Rocco Mediate in a Monday playoff. So that was obviously crazy, you know, obviously a long time ago. And of course, we're always keeping our eyes and our ears out for a possible Tiger return. Some people think the Masters this year. Some people think the whole year off and rebound next year. But I have a feeling that he's going to find his way to get into some type of tournament this year. And I hope it's the Masters. I just would think he might want to play a different tournament first instead of kind of just jumping right into that. Because, you know, he doesn't want to get discouraged his first round back. He goes to the Masters, tough course, and, you know, he's 10, 15 shots over par. I think that could be a little discouraging. So I think he wants to make sure he's in prime form, you know, when he makes his return. But a lot of talent out there in the meantime. Will Zalatoris, another guy I like too. So a lot of quality names, and I think this is a cut though because of the challenges of the South Course. You might be able to make the cut here at 2 over par, 3 over par, just because of those struggles. And it depends too what the wind is this time of year. Obviously, it's always a wild card in the winter. So that's kind of my 2 cents, on this tournament. If you had to give me something, Matthew, a winner,
I hope Ricky Fowler wins, dude.
what a story it would be.
Always have been a big fan, dude. He's always due.
Yeah.
I feel like he's always due.
Yeah. The talent's there.
Yeah.
You think it might be mental?
Huh?
You think it might be mental at this point?
Yips?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, dude. He doesn't strike me as the type.
Yeah.
Because he has won before. Nothing just
recently.
Major, though.
Never won a major. And, while this isn't a major, this is one of your bigger tournaments of the non-majors.
It'd be great. I'd love to see him win, dude. I love his swag, bro.
So
everything.
Wow. And okay,
Michael knows, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's always been a big Ricky Fowler guy. Do you think this is the week, Michael?
This is his year.
Wow.
On the cover of Time magazine.
That would be
most influential man.
Quite the story. And, just looking here in terms of PGA Tour wins, last win, the Waste Management Phoenix Open, a course that I've played over there at TBC Scottsdale. So that was his last win, 2019. He also won the Honda Classic in 2017, Douchebag Championship 2015, as well as the Players, and then the 2012 Wells Fargo Championship. So has been a few years here for Ricky. So I would love to see him in contention here. And you look at last year, I mean, he did finish 8th at the PGA. So you hope that translates into some more successful chances at, a major. Didn't play in the Masters or the US Open and went tied for 53rd over at the Open Championship. So a lot of tournaments this year, a lot of opportunities for him to win. And let's hope this is the year for him. But I just can't wait to watch some golf. Love it in prime time. It was so great last year for the US Open that you could watch golf 8 or 9 o'clock at night, especially on lighter nights in the NBA, in the NHL. Absolutely. So that I think that's going to be a
later out, staying later out later now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting there, dude.
And it's funny. Nick Faldo. He's the main golf guy with Nance. Like he always does the Masters. Yeah. He's got the British accent. Yep. Dude, I love their combination. Honestly. Yeah, I think he's great. Yeah.
Nance on the golf course, it goes so well, bro.
Yeah.
The golf course is a beautiful scene, dude. You got Nance, super voice. How are you?
And I don't know about you, but I've always thought, like, I know, he ends up doing a good job, but just the fact that he doesn't do regular season, like, is it a little bit of a force him on the NCAA basketball coverage, Nance? Like, he doesn't cover any games during regular season.
Just CBS, obviously.
Yeah.
We all know, but I don't know, dude.
I mean, he does a good job, but it's just, I don't know.
No, keep it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for a while.
He's been doing it for a while.
And I know.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
And he has made the calls for UConn when they've won. Nice blowout win against Georgetown last night. So they're off to a good start this year.
They're clicking. They had a little skid there, UConn basketball.
Yeah.
But
and how about Providence?
Bounce back, dude.
Best start in school history.
Oh,
they're ranked. So
it's more the second team.
I would love to see UConn Providence Big East Championship.
Big East basketball guy.
Yeah, always have been.
Requiem for the Big East.
So hoping that heats up. Haven't got to catch too many games yet, but we got conference tournaments around the corner. Looking forward to it. But that being said, anything else, fellas, on the way out here?
Dude, just great show.
Yeah.
Great things ahead.
Back at the desk.
Round table with Barnes. I said Brian Barnaby. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Love it. Downtime TV on YouTube, Instagram. Follow, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. And then, dude, the website. Check out the website. Go get the merch. Fresh Downtime TV merch. Find out a little bit more about what we do, how we can help you. And if you want to come on the shows, like, inquire. It's all there. Downtime TV.
Call in as well. Numbers always on the bottom line there. So
love the show, Barnes.
Absolutely.
You're one of the best hosts of all time,
dude. And you're one of the best panelists of all time. Along with Tony.
Yes. And Michael.
Behind the glass. Renee on the couch.
Renee sits on the couch better than anybody else.
Just all about the fam.
Besides me.
We will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline.